And now on to game 3, Callum versus Rose. Rose has to make up for Zahn getting rushed and Doran. I don't know what to call what happened to Doran. I feel like everybody up to this point has let Callum do them a lot of damage really early on.
Yeah.
Rose has seen that and she knows not to let that happen, but at the same time, Callum isn't really getting the hand to do it the way he has been lately, or up to this point, I should say. So Musketeers, they have an advantage and a disadvantage in this rule. In these rules, they have the advantage of they can retire resting units in order to get standing units, but their disadvantage is they usually use Re-Legion as a win condition, and Rose can't do that because she can only Legion twice.
Yep.
So it's going to be really interesting to see when she Legions, how she Legions, and what she does with it when she has the chance. Vera would usually use Legion to thin the hand and do damage, and also as a way to finish it off. But with the way the rules are set up, she might have to use Martina to set up her field, keep that out for a while to thin out the hand, and then Vera to finish, which is completely different.
Okay, so I don't know if I should say this aloud in the call or not.
Bull's not here.
No, it's not about Bull.
There we go.
Hello, Bull.
Aye, sorry about that.
It's fine.
Say what you want to say.
Okay, so Zahn is actually kind of annoying. He says that Aquaforce only has one good Legion, Zaharias being the only one. I'm just like,
Zaharias
no.
being the only good Legion.
Yeah, and I'm just like, well, Tetra Burst is a critical unit.
Tetra Burst is an amazing unit. It
Yeah.
forces you to guard really high, a lot, and really fucking early. If
Yeah.
anything, I would say Tetra Burst is better than Zaharis because Zaharis is conditional as shit.
It is conditional. It's just like, I mean, it. We're okay. You know what? I really don't want to do this on camera, but I have to. I have to. It's a case of somebody playing something so long, the point they think they know everything about it. But I'm a jack of all fucking trades. I know what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm gonna say this more in the case of I've studied every clan and I have delved into Aquaforce. I know the mechanics, and there are probably a lot of Aquaforce users that would agree. The overall risk versus reward between the two units, Tetra Burst is actually better, just because Zaharis has more risk. It's less likely to actually happen.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Tetra Burst, whenever it does happen, it's almost always getting something good.
Yeah. I mean, even if you get like a lousy twin drive, it's the fact that it automatically has a +1 critical.
Well,
I
it's
mean,
the fact
yeah,
that they
sure.
automatically force them to discard at the absolute least when the skill goes off. It's attacking for no less than 28k.
Yeah.
That is 2 10ks for one to pass. And if you're
Yeah.
doing that, you're a fool. So you're gonna drop 2 10ks and a 5k to 2 pass. And if it has any booster in Aqua Force at all, it's attacking for more than 31.
Pretty
With
much.
2 crit. And that's every turn. Even if it takes a counterblast 1, so does Zaharias. And you're more likely to do Tetra Burst in a game than Zaharias. Especially because you honestly can't make a Zaharias specific deck. Because the mate actually kind of contradicts the concept. And that's something a lot of people don't understand. The mate contradicts the concept because its skill is ungodly good when it's on the field, but if it's on the field, it can't be in your deck. So you can't drive check it.
Pretty much, yeah.
And if you can't drive check it, even if you have all of the grade 2 out of the deck, that means you have at most 3 other units that you can use for the drive check. 3 out of the entire deck is unlikely.
It's very unlikely, honestly.
You have to have Nova Luck to do that. I say
Mm,
that because I run 3 draw 3 stands and you see how I fight.
I
I'm mad you
really
said it like
enjoy
that.
Rose's ways to deal with your rules, Myth.
And well, it's the
Well,
fact that
Rose had to make a big comeback at the fact that she was at 3 damage. She's at 4 damage. She had 3 cards in drop and she couldn't Legion unless she did things a really specific way. And now she's trying to make up for it.
yeah.
I know. I just enjoy her idea to counter your
Well,
rules.
it's not actually countering. It's the loophole that I purposely left there.
Hmm.
It's
I
Like,
easy
think
to
you'll
it's easy
enjoy
to
what
say
I
now that
chose.
there are a lot of loopholes based on the systematology of what this is meant to do. And
yeah,
if I don't know what Bull's gonna do, and I'm not sure if we're gonna see it yet because it depends completely on if Rose wins. But I would say now that depending on what deck Bull is using, he could actually bully opponents with the ruling.
Bull uses deleters.
That's
Like,
what I mean. Well, there's no guarantee he's using them in this fight. Also, I'm surprised
I
that Rose didn't use
there's a reason
Ernest,
behind. There's a
but I
reason
know that
behind.
she wants to save it for next turn.
Yeah, if she
Well,
had
I'll tell you this: I'm not using Link Joker.
Ah,
really.
Really,
Hmm. Any particular reason why?
because of the rule set.
Oh, okay, I see.
oh, because you can't re-Legion.
Legioning's really important, especially for my deleters. It's a lower cost, better. Not
It's
necessarily
the lower
better,
cost out of the 2 options you have to actually delete things.
right?
Damn, I don't know how to feel about
That would have actually been really good for Rose had that not been a heal,
that. Yeah,
because she started closing the advantage gap, but now there's an issue.
because that's a thing right there. Oh.
Here it comes.
Well, she's
Woo.
probably gonna use some intercepts.
I should totally be the final boss, but like, I mean, I don't feel like it.
Well, if you don't, the rest of my team is just sitting here watching
yeah,
Callum
Well, I
play.
feel like
like,
Seiji
yeah.
and Bull are gonna have to fight one another if Rose doesn't win this.
If Rose doesn't win this, Shinji and Bull have to fight Callum.
Ah, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's the way. What the fuck? What?
What?
He
What?
wants to Legion. He
What?
really
What?
wants to Legion.
What? But
He really wants to Legion.
Why not return the triggers?
that's kind of like.
He
Mm,
wants the boosters. That's the only way he has boosters.
fuck the boosters. I have money. She has 5 cards in hand and 2 intercepts.
He wants to boost really badly.
By the way, there's another thing. Another bit of the loophole is Vanguard focused decks.
Well, that
We had a
depends on what you do because literally I could tell you now if I was in here, I would just have I would just use my normal liberators and every turn I would have one unit that stayed resting. I'd retire it to use the skip to use prominent skills, core or glare, whichever one I have as Vanguard, and I would make sure I have at least one grade 2 in the front row so I can intercept.
yeah
Mm. So
Like every deck in the game technically has the
Vanguard
ability to
focused.
get through these things.
Yeah.
I was going for abusing the rules.
Even Metalborgs, all you have to do is just pump up the Vanguard to as much as you need to.
Yeah.
Which Callum went away from Metalborgs for the sake of that, but still, that's an easy way to do it.
The Callum just DC.
No, I don't think he did. I think it's more like he didn't see that she said no guard.
Let me check.
I mean, if he actually did DC, then we're gonna count that as Callum's loss.
Because
No,
that's
he's
how.
still sitting there, but
Well, DC it doesn't make them leave immediately all
They
the
don't.
time.
If he actually got disconnected, he won't leave for a few minutes.
Yeah.
is
That's
he
funny.
not responding?
Yeah, he's not responding at all.
Is he? I can't check his Skype because it will get in the recording.
I'll check.
Looking right now. Wait, I don't actually even think I have Callum on. Yeah, he hasn't added me.
But he's in.
Oh, okay. So I think Callum died. Yep, he's gone. Wait, is he? Yeah, Callum's
Uh,
gone.
Oh,
yeah, Callum's
Rose
gone.
wins by default.
Lol. Lol.
Rose's team gets a second chance.
Actually, I might use deleters.
Moving on to the next game.